Hello, you're live with ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel. And today I want to discuss a very sad topic. YouTube destroys another relationship. The high cost of celebrity. And I got to tell you, I was recently in Singers. I met the girl of my dreams, my soulmate, the one to be with forever. I met the girl of my dreams. I was doing a bit of online dating, and I met a few, and I met the best one right at the end of the trip, and it was fantastic. She was beautiful, amazing, smart, intelligent. She was a perfect catch. And I got to tell you what happened. I told her that I make YouTube videos. I told her initially that I do internet. I'm an IT professional. I do internet marketing, and they keep probing like rodents looking for food in the cupboard. They keep gnawing. What exactly do you do? How do you make? And I told her, in the end, I said, I make YouTube videos. To discuss this disaster, we've got Clyde. Hello, Clyde.
Hi, Archie. How are you?
Oh, not so good. And I've got the Sucker Horn. How are you, Sucker Horn?
Hey, Arch. G'day, how are you, pal?
Not so good. Not so good. Not so good. I've met the soulmate. I met the girl of my dreams. I met the one, the one and only, the soulmate, the one I was going to have forever. Beautiful, intelligent, smart, gorgeous. I opened my mouth and mentioned YouTube.
Oh,
and, you know, initially I've been on this cycle before. This is not the first time this has happened, but I've done it before. Initially I say I work in IT. I'm an IT professional. I travel a lot for work. They get very curious. Oh, what exactly do you do? I said, I do media. I do media. I help businesses target media. This is my shtick. And I say this to them, and they get curious. Oh, how exactly do you make money? What exactly do you do? And you know, always when I'm on tour, I've got fans who want to see me, and you know, so I say, hey, I've got some clients. Instead of saying fans, I say I got some clients to see. And they're in awe of me. They take a photo, and in the end, they keep pressing, what do you do exactly? And I say, I'm a YouTube celebrity. Now, initially, John and Clyde, that's handled very well. They love it. They really do love it. They like it. Oh, wow, you're on YouTube. Then they start to look around. I got 7.5, nearly 8,000 videos on air. Then all of a sudden, hang on a minute, mongering. They see some of my Thailand, my Singapore videos, Asia's nastiest nation, foul-mouthed Aussie businessman. This doesn't go over so well. So I then say, I'm an adult comedian. I'm a comedian trying to make people happy in my life. And before you know it, you get the Dear John text message. The Dear John. The Dear John. The Dear John. The Dear John. And this really hurts. I've had a couple soulmates I've met in my life. And
you made this what? Where did you make this what?
This was online dating. It was one of the dating sites, the Tinder or the POF or the OKQ. It's all out there.
The Tinder or the Poof?
The Poof. Plenty of fish.
Oh, okay. That sounded, never mind. Go ahead.
And then what happens is that, you know, they find out about your celebrity status. And let me read you. Let me read you the Dear Johns, okay?
Whoa. Does she pay you $20? Did she pay you $20? You
Nope.
shouldn't have to read. Well, then don't read her letter. Then you don't do shit for free, fucker.
Yeah, it's sad because I've met a few soulmates. You know, there's only so many soulmates to go around, and it.
Do you want to put up a picture?
It goes over. Let me just read you a Dear John letter. It's very depressing. It's very depressing watching your vids, especially the ones about Singapore and Singaporeans. And the ones about Thailand. Those things that you told me, are they from the dating script? I had one video on my dating script and all of a sudden it's all used against me. I watched your videos on YouTube yesterday. After watching, I felt sad. I have decided to end our relationship. Please do not message or call me anymore. Goodbye forever. Another satisfied punter in the...
With your feelings hurt.
And
your feelings hurt, are they?
And you know, I go back and I've said to them, I've said, look, you know, it's I said, please don't do this. I've said, hey, you know.
Oh, what?
And I've said, can we at least be friends? And they've come back.
What for?
They've come back. They've come back. No,
Dude,
please don't call me anymore. I will not answer.
Can we be friends? Dude, I'm a flat out social retard and I wouldn't even do that. No.
And then they started sending me pictures from, you know, that they don't feel like talking anymore. You send them a good morning, hope you're better today. What's up? That's what they're very abrupt. What's up? I don't feel like talking. That's what they say to me.
She was knocking on your door in 40 minutes when you first met her, wasn't she?
I feel disgusted with your videos. And I've come back and said, I'm a comedian. I'm nothing like the character. And they've come back and said, I can't separate you and your character in real life. It makes me think of your videos. I don't want to, but I think I could. They're just so. It's just, my life is wrecked. YouTube has destroyed my career. It's destroyed my personal life. And now they've taken away the one thing that was coming in was money. That's also been destroyed. I have nothing left, boys.
Jono, you set up the last one.
At what point do you want us to start feeling sorry?
And you know where I did those photos in Bangkok where I got the ugliest.
Yeah.
She's then sent me 20 photos with the ugliest women, and she goes, these would have to be the ugliest women I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Maybe she was scouting for you.
And then she says to me, you've still got lots of videos about Asian dating, marriage and divorce. I don't find these funny. I don't have confidence in you anymore.
Confidence in you anymore. That's a good line.
And
what are your feelings hurt?
I don't know what to say anymore, John. It's just all gone bad. It's gone downhill. My life has been wrecked by YouTube. YouTube has destroyed my life. It's destroyed my employment prospects. It's destroyed my personal relationships. I said, what's wrong? She goes, it's too chauvinistic. I'm not chauvinistic. It's just all over Red Rover. It's all over. It's all over, John. This is what happens. When you tell them you're a YouTube celebrity, initially they're very excited. They think it's fantastic. But once they start watching the videos, that envy turns to disgust.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why would you want to tell them what you do?
Yep.
I don't. I tell them I'm an internet IT professional. I'm an IT professional. I do internet marketing. They keep probing. Oh, what sort of clients do you have? What do you do? I said, I do internet, IT, information technology, computers. I help people with their advertising dollars get value for money in this vicious, nasty world. I've said this to them. And then they keep probing like a dog to a bone. They just won't let it go. Oh, what exactly is it you do? I don't quite understand. Oh, it's internet. It's SEO type things. What exactly? How do you get money for this? And you just, in the end, you just.
Why don't you tell them a lie? Ever considered telling a lie? Tell them you work with some major company or some bullshit. Why bother to tell them the truth about anything?
I know. I don't know what to say anymore.
Well, true, but on the other hand, he does post under his real name, so how hard is it to Google Paul Pluta and then ring?
I don't know what to say anymore, boys. YouTube has wrecked my life. Have you ever lost a relationship, Clyde, when you tell women you're a lawyer?
No, I lose them solely on my own lack of merits.
Okay. You lose them when you tell them you're a lawyer.
No, I lose them once they get to know me.
Okay. I've got that problem too, Clyde. It's funny. It can be convenient, but it can be convenient, I don't know what to say. YouTube has wrecked my life, John.
Destroyed another relationship, has it? Fair dinkum.
I'm getting worried, John. There's only so many soulmates out there.
Is this the one that had the apartment or the other one?
The apartment one, John.
You don't care. The other one was a better sort. Oh, well, they're both awful. Fair dinkum.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, feelings hurt, mate.
Sorry?
That your feelings hurt.
Well, it's just destroying my life. My life is getting very, very. I'm unemployable. I'm going to have to start applying for work soon, and I don't know whether. What do you do? What do you do, John? What do you do? You tell me.
Number
the
one,
high cost of celebrity.
Number one,
keep doing what you're doing. That's what you do.
Sorry?
Don't keep doing what you're doing, pumping out the bids.
Yeah. It's very...
Or says.
No.
You're doing it, no one else.
I don't know what the answer is, boys. I've been very, very depressed. I've been watching, I tell you honestly, I've been so depressed lately. I've been watching shit on YouTube, right? Crime scene cleaners. Right? You ring up crime scene cleaners and they say, this is what they say: crime scene cleaners, suicide, meth lab, or crime scene.
Well, you will lose weight when you throw up every meal you've ever eaten.
Crime scene cleaners. Do you have that in Oklahoma, Clive?
I'm sure we do. I've just never come across them. But, ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly work. Ugly work.
Yes. I don't know what to do, Clyde.
Redouble your efforts in the channel. I think the second one, of course, always has the answer.
I've been reading about being homeless in America. You can sleep in your parking lots, I believe, of a Walmart. Safe parking program.
Homeless shelters.
You can park in your car. You can drive your car there and park in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever stepped in your car, Clive?
Couple of cross-country drives. I just pull over into a rest area, 18 or 19, roll down the window a little bit, take a nap.
This is when you had the Pontiac Trans Am?
Yeah, actually it was.
Yeah, really cool. Cool, Clive. The eagle on the bonnet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Girlfriend wrecked it. That eagle cost me like $400 in 1982.
How do you mean she wrecked it? What happened?
I want to drive your car. I want to drive your car. Yeah.
She smashed it.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, that was a long time ago.
You learned a lesson.
Pretty much.
Clyde, I don't know what to say.
Redouble your efforts on the channel.
Redouble my channel.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, and one very good place to start.
Yeah.
We call them pantaloons in America.
Ah, pants. You wearing pants,
Yeah.
Clyde?
Yeah, actually, I thought I'd break with tradition for the ArchieLuxury channel.
Wow, that's amazing, Clyde. I love it. I love it. Clyde, YouTube has destroyed another relationship. There's only so many soulmates out there. I'm getting worried. I'm starting to burn through these soulmates.
They'll be other soulmates. The thing is also, maybe if you can tough it out, they're not going to boycott YouTube forever. Eventually, other advertisers will come in. If you could withstand it, you might be in a better position afterwards than you were before.
Sure.
Maybe some of the other people, other competitors, maybe some of the other competitors will have to leave. If you could tough it out, better shape. By the way, what watch are you wearing? We talk about.
I am wearing the IWC. I'm wearing the IWC. Actually, I'm going to do a live show about the IWC after this. That's another video we can do. Is it okay?
Sure.
I want to talk about the depression. I've been really depressed lately. I've been watching Crime Scene Cleaners. I've been watching unemployment in America, the middle class homeless. I've been watching unemployment in the UK. I've been watching How to Survive in Your Car, minimalizing. I've watched all these things, and I got to be honest with you, things aren't looking terribly great. I've even looked at staying in Anchorage, Alaska, in a tent. You know Anchorage?
I'm familiar with it. It gets pretty cold up there. You're familiar with that, right? I mean, real cold.
Yeah. They got all these homeless people living in the bush, in the forest there, in tents. And if you drink, if you've got a bit of a drinking problem, people have been known to go outside, fall over in a drunken stupor, and be frozen in the morning.
Yeah, it's like the American Siberia.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, is it, or what?
Being frozen to death? Well, it depends how shitty your life is.
Tell me, in Oklahoma, is it a crime to be homeless?
No. Vagrancy can be, though, but there's homeless shelters over here.
Okay, so basically you can there is no people who sleep on the streets?
Yeah, there are some, but if you stay out of the way, get to where they can't see you under the bridge, then.
What does Oklahoma cost to rent a little apartment?
Get one actually cheap as $500 or $600 a month.
How much does a little apartment cost? A studio apartment in Oklahoma City. How much would it cost for a studio apartment?
Is this mic working?
Sorry? Yeah, it's working.
Okay, I thought I just said $500 or $600 a month.
You did, but I mean to buy one, to buy it outright.
We don't. Well, that's more like a condominium. So,
I'm trying to find a cheap place in America to live. What's the cheapest? I've looked at houses in Detroit. I can afford some of them.
woo, yeah, you wouldn't stick out at all.
If it was good for General Motors, it's good for Archie. What's good for General Motors is good for ArchieLuxury.
I've seen some old condos going for 20 or 25,000, I guess.
In Oklahoma.
Yes. Cost of living is fairly cheap, then again, so are wages.
But I'm a YouTube celebrity.
Celebrity. Oh, please.
John,
Use that line.
where's the cheapest place to live in Melbourne? Tell me this.
Cheapest place to live in Melbourne? I don't know.
It's called Brisbane.
Brisbane, yeah.
Where is the cheapest place like Sunshine? You heard of Sunshine?
You wouldn't get a house less than half a mil out there. 700 grand, 600 grand.
YouTube's destroyed my life. My relationships have all suffered. My employment prospects are next to nothing. What would you do, Suckerhorn?
Oh yes, Suckerhorn.
My advice, no, I think you've taken up. Yeah, like concentrate on viewer emails. And paid reviews. And pump out those paid reviews. People want
Hey, I got some good news, John. I got some very good news just coming in. ArchieLuxury, the racehorse, the greatest racehorse known to man.
Yeah.
Racing Flemington Tuesday, if track not too wet. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a video on that. Yep, I'm going to post. It's fantastic news. ArchieLuxury, the race horse. Horse number 2. It's going to be fantastic. This is amazing shit. Absolutely amazing shit, John. That racehorse.
And what odds is it?
I haven't. I've got to go on. I've got to go and check that out. Clyde, my life is a mess. It's any chance I could sue YouTube for fucking up my life?
You're joking.
He's a lawyer. Clyde, would you want to take on a pro bono case? YouTube's wrecked my life. Can we sue them?
Okay.
You do pro bono work, Clyde?
Not going into it. It usually ends up that way half the time. But is it really that YouTube that wrecked your life, or is it what you did on YouTube that wrecked your life? I mean,
that sounds like I'm getting the support. I'm getting the legal support I need here. Dr. Doe wouldn't have to put up with this shit, would he?
No.
Well, no, he could hire a better lawyer too. But still, that's what you get. That's what you get with a free lawyer, dude. Pro bono, okay. Right. But like I said, but it's not YouTube. It's what you did on YouTube, and it's still possible to do a couple of course corrections and pull out of it.
What corrections would you do, Clyde?
Well, some of it you're addressing already. Being prompter on the watch reviews.
Yeah. Do I owe you any videos, speaking of which?
No, I think we're good.
We're good. That's good. Clyde.
Being a little bit, maybe a little bit more thought into some of them.
Clyde, YouTube has wrecked my life. My love life is in tatters. My employment prospects are less than zero. And Oklahoma City. I mean, where's the cheapest place in America? Missouri would be cheap to live.
You know, there's always a trade-off because, you know, some places have really high rent, but they also pay very well on average. The places that have low rents also have low wages.
That's okay, because I make my money out of doing YouTube, so I'm irrelevant to where I live. So I want the lowest cost.
Well, and the thing is, I think Oklahoma City would be a little bit too small.
I've even been looking into a FEMA trailer. I want to buy a FEMA trailer.
What's that?
You tell him, Clyde.
It's the people the federal agency that moves in and takes care of disasters. More or less, they'll pit government employees and support workers in trailers, rent them out, and then once
caravans, John, caravans to you Aussies.
Righto.
I was thinking about getting a FEMA trailer, then we could sue them for there's a sickness with the FEMA trailers. You know that, don't you?
You know, actually, if you want to live in a trailer, Oklahoma would probably be pretty high on the list. You heard about what our governor did, right?
What's that?
She put her daughter in a trailer.
Yeah.
On the grounds of the governor's mansion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, that's just Oklahoma right there.
And what happened?
Well, eventually enough people laughed about it and mocked her about it. I think she finally, I think she gave her daughter the boot and found her an apartment somewhere. But an apartment, I mean, like I said, a mobile home on the grounds of the governor's mansion. That's just welcome to Oklahoma.
Was there no room in the mansion for her to stay in there?
I don't know. Maybe as a adult non-dependent, she couldn't qualify to live in there.
I see.
But yeah, I mean, plenty of places for mobile. Actually, you remember Dana Plato from?
Yes, Dana Plato. You're talking at Different Strokes.
Yes, she died in a trailer in Moore, Oklahoma.
And her boyfriend filmed it.
Something along those lines.
And tried to sell it to network television.
Right.
Yeah, I was a huge Dana Plato fan.
Right. So, you know, I guess celebrities living in trailers in Oklahoma wouldn't be entirely, you wouldn't be the first one technically.
A Winnebago, just need to get a Winnebago.
See, here's what you need to do. You need to get a Winnebago and then just drive around the country, kind of like Adam the Woo.
Mm-hmm.
And then just do traveling watch reviews and tell everyone in Middle America that they have shitter watches.
Okay.
It would be a travel show and a watch show.
Hey, guys, I'm going to wrap this up because we've got another live show to go to.
Awesome. What's the next one about?
I am sinking fast. YouTube boycott hurts ArchieLuxury badly. So we'll be discussing trailers in that next one.
So in other words, this video part 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.